Is Samantha Peer, or some of you might know me by my alias, Chloe Carter. I was an employee at Thunderbolt for 5 years, and within this time, although my experience and evaluation showed that I had become a master science specialist and teacher, my salary did not increase. In this time period, I had to continue picking up extra stipends in order to make ends meet, such as co-advisor to yearbook club, STEM club advisor. I was mentoring a group of 4 uncertified new teachers and was going to coach softball in the spring. It got to a point where our family was not able to survive on our 2 teacher incomes. My children are the most important thing to me, and I'm already spending countless hours outside of my contract time on extra school activities, and I don't think it's fair that I have to sacrifice my own children's time because our professional salary did not pay enough. Arizona is currently ranked 50th state as lowest paid teacher salary. I created content at the beginning of the summer in order to earn extra money on the side to help pay for our basic necessities that our salaries were no longer meeting. I chose an anonymous name as well as blocking the entire state of Arizona so that it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state. It was brought to my attention.
Oh man, you could have started a YouTube channel and teaching math on there. I'm just saying, you could have maybe it could have been an educational channel where you're teaching something. Of course, it will take so much time for to gain traction and to start earning an income, but you went for the easy way.
On October 24th that a community member had expressed concerns to the police and my school regarding video content. At this time, I was placed on paid administrative leave and probation pending investigation. 2 days later, I had asked that an individual that was assigned to my case be removed because they had created a hostile work environment between me and other coworkers for several years during my employment. I did not feel safe with them knowing this information, and I felt that they would spread it in retaliation for their own personal vendetta. On October 31st, I decided to resign from Lake Havasu Unified School District under pressure. However, I was not fired. The superintendent assured me that only her, the individual that was removed from my case, and my own family were aware of the situation and content, and told me that if I had resigned before the board meeting on Monday, October 31st, the school would not publicize what was going on. On November 2nd, my husband was put on paid administrative leave because faculty reported pictures of myself that were being spread amongst other teachers. The following Friday, November 4th, my husband was terminated from the elementary school because he is classified as a long-term sub and he has an at-will contract. The superintendent stated he can be let go for no reason at all. It wasn't until Sunday, November 6th, when I had not been a teacher for the school district for 6 days, that my social media used for advertising became viral. November 6th was the first day that previous students and community members began following my alias accounts. Other school teachers were notified of the site and they began to spread it amongst themselves. Those teachers also were telling students my anonymous name and showing them my page. This was also
Of course, they're gonna watch. Of course, even the boys are gonna watch. Of course, all the teachers will be interested to see. It's natural that that will happen. It's human behavior.
Sent to the parents, and they decided to do the same thing as well. They were sharing my anonymous name and content page with their children and allowing them to comment and follow on my accounts, although they are specifically labeled as not safe for work, 18 plus only. Students were never aware of my social medias, nor did they follow me until after I had resigned from the district on October 31st and went locally viral on November 6th. It wasn't until November 9th that these links were available on my personal social medias due to state news coverage. Parents are still allowing their students to follow, contact, harass, and intimidate me. These parents are posting my personal address online. Community members are now going to public places, such as my gym, and threatening to cancel the membership because their children also go there. The gym owner chose to terminate my membership, although I had been a member for 4 years, because other juvenile members were harassing me by taking my picture and videotaping me while I was trying to work out. The video that was created and advertised was made after contract hours on the weekend. No minors were ever present or involved in the videos. I am already paying the consequence by losing my teaching certificate as well as losing the job that I loved most. I thoroughly enjoyed working with my coworkers, teaching my students science, and it brought joy to me every day. Looking back at the situation, I wholly regret creating the video in the classroom after school hours. But I felt,
man, she did the video in the classroom, even if they were not students. But what message were you sending? Everyone that's watching it who see that she was in class. And you happen to be a teacher. Not sure what message you are sending to the girls, like, oh, it's okay, you can do these videos when you grow up, when you're not working, maybe from the workplace. Imagine you are working in a factory, you start doing these videos in the factory. Or maybe you have a corporate job, you wait for everybody to go, and then you go in a room where there is no CCTV for you to start to making OF videos. I mean, it's just, I don't know what she was thinking. She couldn't wait to get home to do the videos.
trapped in my financial situation, and I felt this was the only way that my family would be able to survive. However, I do not believe that my name should be smeared throughout the community when I made one mistake that didn't affect anybody until other adults began allowing children access to my content. It has been quite concerning to me that parents are continuing to allow their children to comment, harass me and my family, and threaten myself as well as others connected to my social media, as well as follow pages that they knew themselves are not appropriate for minors.
But I feel that we have to address this double standard, because if she was white, or if she had a flatter bum or less breasts, I don't think people would be having an issue with her. This is something that I was body shamed for when I worked on the news in Dallas, Texas. It was this viral global moment where a woman told me that I looked like I was a size 16, 18 trying to fit into a dress size 6.
I think, Demetria, you look amazing in that outfit, right? But I would have to disagree. I think that being on a professional job or more conservative positions like teachers or news anchors, you have to accept the responsibility that comes along with that.
What if I told you that dress that I was wearing, another white anchor wore the same thing and was told nothing?
I believe it.
And she never received that criticism. There are times, right, but I think that for that there's a double standard, and there's nothing wrong with having a more curvaceous figure. I look at this teacher, like I said, fully clothed. I don't think that because you have a big booty or some big breasts that makes you unprofessional. It's very difficult to find clothing that even fits you, because it's just now that the clothing industry is even acknowledging.
This teacher has been fired after filming raunchy TikToks in her classroom. The dance-loving educator performed questionable dances with her students in a bid to engage them. She said, "One of my students invited me to dance with him, and the class really enjoyed the interaction. I know how difficult it is for younger students to focus their attention. I can take advantage of their interest and bring them closer to teaching." The TikToker with almost 10 million followers was also called out online for her classroom attire and the content she posts on other sites.